Some decisions carry a weight that transcends careers, fame, or public recognition, touching something deeply human in all of us. Kelly Ripa's choice to step away from her long-running television career is one of those rare moments that reminds us life is not only about what we do, but about whom we choose to be with. Her decision was not fueled by scandal, fatigue, or diminishing opportunities, but by clarity, love, and intentional living. After decades of being a morning presence for millions, she decided to listen to the quieter, truer call of her heart. This step represents a profound redefinition of success, measured not in ratings or accolades, but in presence, relationships, and family. Beneath the glamour and public image lies a journey of reflection, devotion, and courage, a reminder that sometimes life's most important chapters are written off camera. Choosing a new path. Kelly Ripa's departure is more than just a television milestone. It marks a deeply personal moment of alignment between her values and her choices. For years, she was a reliable and comforting presence, greeting viewers with warmth and energy every morning, becoming almost a part of their daily rhythm. Stepping away was not an act of diminishing passion, but a conscious choice to prioritize what truly mattered. Life, in its quiet insistence, sometimes nudges even the brightest stars to shift directions. For Kelly, staying visible and successful was no longer the highest priority. Being fully present for her family and husband mattered more. This decision reflects emotional maturity and a recognition that fulfillment is not always tied to visibility or applause. It highlights a universal truth. True success often comes from listening to life's subtler, quieter calls rather than chasing public affirmation. A career of connection and authenticity. Kelly's television career spans decades, defined by authenticity, humor, and relatability. She became a trusted companion in viewers' homes, creating a connection that transcended the screen. Her charm and energy were more than performance. They made people feel seen, valued, and understood. Off camera, she remained grounded, approachable, and loyal to her values, balancing the demands of a public life with private devotion to her family. This delicate equilibrium between ambition and authenticity earned her the trust of audiences who returned daily, drawn not only by her talent, but by the person she was. Her departure felt profoundly emotional because viewers weren't simply losing a host, they were saying goodbye to a reliable, warm presence that had woven itself into their daily lives, a voice that had accompanied countless mornings for decades. A partnership rooted in love. Kelly and Mark Consuelo's relationship is the quiet heartbeat behind much of her happiness. From their first meeting on the set of All My Children, their bond was immediate, a mix of humor, respect, and undeniable chemistry. Choosing to elope early in their relationship demonstrated confidence and commitment, setting a foundation strong enough to withstand fame, public scrutiny, and the pressures of building a family under a constant spotlight. Their marriage has thrived not because it was perfect, but because it endured. They supported each other's ambitions, shared challenges, and maintained joy even in difficult times. This partnership provided Kelly with stability and emotional grounding, ultimately influencing her decision to step back from television. Their enduring connection reminds us that love, when nurtured consistently, can guide life's most significant and courageous choices, the quiet strength behind the scenes. While Kelly's career unfolded before millions, the quiet strength of her private life often went unnoticed. Mark's own journey required resilience, patience, and dedication. Their marriage has been a continuous exchange of support, with each partner honoring the other's growth and ambitions. This dynamic created a relationship built not on convenience or visibility, but on mutual trust, respect, and care. The unseen acts of encouragement, shared responsibility, and presence form the backbone of their partnership. These private moments, often invisible to the public, ultimately shaped Kelly's life choices. The foundation of quiet support allowed her to prioritize family without guilt. It reminds us that meaningful life decisions are often informed not by public accolades, but by the depth of intimacy and trust cultivated in private spaces. Redefining success. Through family, choosing to step away from a celebrated career is rarely simple, especially when the work continues to bring joy and fulfillment. Kelly's decision required courage because it meant measuring success differently, not by awards or visibility, but by emotional presence and familial connection. By prioritizing her husband and children, she embraced a deeper understanding of life's true rewards. She recognized that achievements are not only professional, they are personal, rooted in relationships and shared experiences. Her choice challenges conventional definitions of success, emphasizing that sometimes the bravest action is to step back from public expectation and focus on the moments that truly matter. Kelly's decision demonstrates emotional clarity and intentional living, reminding us that the most profound triumphs often come quietly, in love, presence, and connection. Modeling, intentional living. Kelly and Mark have always placed their children at the center of their lives, showing that true legacy is built through values and action rather than accolades. By stepping away from television, Kelly provided a powerful lesson to her children and audiences alike. Emotional presence and self-care are not luxuries, they are essential. Her choice demonstrates that parenting, partnership, and personal happiness can coexist with professional life, but sometimes require reprioritization. This decision extends a subtle but enduring lesson about life's priorities. That fulfillment comes from intentional choices and nurturing what is most important, rather than striving for continuous external recognition. Kelly's example reinforces the idea that the quiet, deliberate acts of love and care often leave the most lasting impact. A farewell with grace. Kelly's public farewell was understated yet profoundly meaningful. She delivered her message with gratitude, reflection, and calm resolve, without any sense of regret or bitterness. Turning toward Mark rather than the cameras symbolized where her heart truly lay, emphasizing love and connection over public attention. Her words reminded audiences that endings do not have to be dramatic. They can be gentle, heartfelt, and filled with respect for what has been. The farewell was not simply about leaving a job, it was about honoring decades of work, relationships, and personal growth before transitioning to a new chapter. This quiet moment resonated deeply because it highlighted human vulnerability, sincerity, and the courage to prioritize what matters most. Legacy beyond television. Kelly Ripa's legacy is not confined to ratings, awards, or television accolades. Her greatest impact lies in the lives she touched, the connections she fostered, and the values she exemplified. By stepping away, she showed that a fulfilling life is built through love, presence, and intentional choices. Her career, while remarkable, is just one chapter in a life defined by deeper priorities. Audiences are reminded that success is multidimensional. Public achievement can coexist with private fulfillment, but ultimately, emotional presence and meaningful relationships define a life well lived. Kelly's story offers a timeless lesson, demonstrating that sometimes the most profound accomplishments are those measured not in applause, but in the care and devotion offered to the people we love. Embracing the next chapter. As Kelly moves into this new phase, she does so with confidence, clarity, and joy. She and Mark continue to nurture their family, demonstrating balance, compassion, and unwavering commitment. Their children witness an ongoing example of prioritizing meaningful relationships and emotional presence over external validation. Kelly's choice reflects intentional living, where life is structured around values rather than demands. Her story resonates because it is not simply about leaving television, it is about stepping into a life defined by what truly matters: love, presence, and shared joy. This next chapter offers inspiration, encouraging others to consider what they might choose if they too listen to life's quieter calls and prioritize what is truly essential.